Welcome to another episode of Food Buffet Report. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Bill. Hi.
And today we are looking at an interesting photograph. This is a plate of food from, I believe, a Brazilian buffet that is set atop a tablecloth that is usually red and white. But this one is black and white. I've never seen a tablecloth of this style in black and white before. And at first, when I saw the photo, I thought it was altered to make the tablecloth look black and white. But then I was looking at other pictures of the restaurant, and this is how the tablecloths are. This one I also selected because of the way that the silverware was resting on the plate. I knew you'd like that, Bill.
I like that fork. That poor fork. The tines are submerged in that black tar pit on the plate.
Yeah.
The buffet fork is typically not that fancy of a fork. This one looks like it might have a little fanciness towards the top. I can't tell. I know you did a lot of research. Aaron does a lot, as you guys can tell, a lot of research in preparing, curating the photos, studying them. We, of course, receive releases from everyone, right? To use these photos. And our attorneys speak to their attorneys, and we come up with our show. Correct? And here it is. And this is the result of what we do. That's what you get. It's pretty great. Are you going to talk now? You're not going to talk at all during the show?
I talked a lot at the beginning of the show, and I have to say I'm very proud of you for not saying, "Wow, you talked a lot," or "Can I talk now?" So I let you talk.
Great. I'm half of the show, so I deserve a chance.
But let's talk about this photo a little bit more. I'm just looking at the larger version on my second screen.
His day trader screen for buffet photos. Sir, what will you be using these large screens for? Well, I have to do a show, and I'll need two or three set to either side so that I can see the plate of the buffet. I don't have that.
Yeah. Do you want to see? My second screen is portable. Do you want to see it? There it is. Right there. It's kind of like an iPad, and it sits on a little thing here, and I can look at the plate. There you go. You got a little behind the scenes.
There.
Here, you don't have to move out of the way. I can just do this. Okay, go ahead.
I think I see chicken. I see rice. I see. Is that unmelted butter? I don't know what the others.
I think it is, yeah. I think that's unmelted butter, haphazardly strewn on the black tar.
The timing of the photo, though, to actually capture the butter pat at that stage, right? When they just set it down and it's not melted, the timing, somebody really took some time to capture that. And it's great that we're able to bring that to you guys. Usually butter's melted. You don't get to see it. You either see it on the butter dish or wrapped in foil. Can you hold it still?
My arms are getting tired.
Well, use the stage hand. Where's the grip? And then there's some potato salad. And that fork has not even got started. Hasn't even started. It's just sitting there resting. It's like sitting on the edge of a swimming pool, ready to dive in at any moment. It's got its toes, its 4 toes, because forks only have 4 toes, dipped into the water of the buffet, ready to jump in. Great. Okay, that's good. You did great. You did great. So those tablecloths are actually used to be from a company called Marco, and I think they're called gingham. It's a very popular style. They have green, they have black, they have red, they have a lot of other colors as well. And the red ones, of course, were very popular in Italian restaurants.
I've never seen a black and white one before. I think I've seen the green, definitely seen the red, but never the black and white.
Well, now you've seen them, and they're vinyl, so you can wipe them off, which is great for a buffet restaurant because people are pigs. So, and when they get up, you want to just wipe it down. You could probably actually spray it down if you needed to,
Oh, yeah.
and it's completely water resistant.
Did you hear how excited I got when you said it could be sprayed down?
Yeah, I saw.
Wait a second. You see on the side of the plate that has the black tar, there's
Yeah,
some like black tar residue sludge on the side of the plate. Do you see that?
dried.
Just above the fork?
Yeah, it's like it's splashed up there.
Yeah.
Must have been high tide for the black tar, where where it's splashed up, and then now it's back.
Yeah.
Plate's been sitting there for a while. How fast do you eat when you go to a buffet? I haven't been to a buffet actually in a long time, but do you think this person is a fast eater? Do they eat fast or do they take their time? There's no sense of urgency. You don't have to eat fast at a buffet, I don't think.
Who knows? But speaking of eating fast, I think a buffet is definitely a good place to pace yourself because the slower you eat, the more you can eat. And this reminds me of a time I was at a restaurant many years ago. It was not a buffet restaurant, but it was a restaurant nonetheless. And at a table adjacent to me, there was a man eating alone, and in front of him, he had a handwritten sign that said, "Eat slowly." And it was his reminder to himself because he probably had an issue with eating too quickly and not being able to finish his meal, or maybe he ate too quickly and got the hiccups. But that's a really good tip. If you go to a buffet where you really want to eat slowly so you can eat as much as possible, just make yourself a little sign that says "Eat slowly" and put it in front of you.
Yeah, but is that the objective of the buffet? Is to eat slowly, to eat as much as you can? Is that the only goal of the buffet? Or is it to sample little international delights and things that you normally wouldn't order off regular menu? See, that's what I think. It's not to eat as much as you can. It's to sample things that you wouldn't order on a menu because you wouldn't want to waste the money because you never tried it. So you're like, let me try this that doesn't melt butter. I want to try that. And then I want that corn pudding or whatever it is. Then give me two of those things. You don't have to eat them. You could just taste it and go, "Ugh."
But that's a waste of food if you're just getting stuff to taste it.
Get small. Well, maybe, but we're all food wasters anyways here in the West. Do you think the fork should be smaller? Do you think
No, wait. Do you want me to answer the question that you asked?
Sure. But you did answer.
I didn't answer it.
You said that.
You said, why would anybody want to eat slowly at a buffet? Is
I
that
said,
the
is that the
objective?
goal?
Is that the goal? Is that the objective? So my answer,
Slowly, it's to eat a lot. Like you said, eat slowly so you can eat a lot. You're talking about buffet wreckers.
no, that's what I'm talking about. If you want to eat a lot, you first have to eat slowly.
Is that true?
And the whole reason why people like to eat a lot at a buffet is because especially the younger generations, they like to gamify their life. They like to gamify everything they do. So one of the goals of going to a buffet is to actually see how much you can eat. at the buffet and eat as much as possible. Because why else would you go to a buffet?
I just told you why. To sample international delights and treats. To try different treats that you normally would have to pay for an entire meal to get a sample of. So this is where we're going to differ, because I think that's why you would go there, to sample things like one mussel. Like if you ordered mussels at a restaurant, you can't get one. It's not possible. There's no plate that can even serve just one mussel. It'll look ridiculous.
Can you say what you just said again, but with just a little bit more conviction?
Yeah, so the idea of a buffet is if you want to try one mussel, you can do it. You could just take one mussel and you can eat it. But at a regular restaurant, you can't just get one mussel.
That actually had less conviction than the first time you said it.
You can't get one mussel at a restaurant. It'll look fucking ridiculous in the plate. It won't work, and it will slide all over the plate. Probably when you put it on your plate, it's going to slide off your plate while you're walking to the table, unless it's in a big bowl, a mussel bowl. But
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're speaking with conviction.
This is the great 2023 buffet debate.
Great episode, Bill.
To stuff your face or go there to sample the international delights.
Wait, say that again, but with more conviction.
Eat slowly at the buffet, or go there to sample treats and international delights that you wouldn't normally order single off a menu because it's not allowed.
As my co-host of Food Buffet Report, I would like you to speak like that all the time now. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been a great episode, and we can't wait to see what happens next.
The butter still has not melted. Never gonna melt. Unmeltable. There's butter like that, by the way. It never melts. Doesn't melt.
Yeah, there's also shows that never end, and this isn't one of them. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, on Twitter, every single day we post a picture of a random buffet. Make sure to tune in on Twitter daily to catch those random photos before they vanish into obscurity. You don't want to miss them. They're great. Stare for minutes or longer.